All right, this is our intro lesson on bar graphs. In fourth grade, we're going to be talking about two different types of graphs. We're going to be talking about bar graphs, and then we're going to be talking about line graphs. So for you to remember bar graphs, I want you to do these hand motions. Bar graphs, compare different categories. And the second one that we're going to do is line graphs. Line graphs change over time, so they increase, decrease, and they stay the same. But today we're going to focus on creating a bar graph. So whenever you're creating a bar graph, you're showing data and you're showing it the way that it can be displayed. So we always start with either a tally chart or a data chart that has the data that we're trying to graph. So today we're going to do one for favorite colors. So the color options that we have are red, blue, green, and pink. All right, so we're gonna pretend in our class we have 3 people that love the color red. We have 5 people that love the color blue. And when we're making tallies, whenever we have 5 tallies, we like to group them together so that we can count by 5s. For the color green, we only have 2 friends that like the color green. And then for the color pink, we have 7 people. So we have our group of 5, and then we have 6, 7. So in order to do our bar graph, we want to make an x-axis and a y-axis. So we go down, this is our y-axis, and then we go across, and this is our x-axis. So I'm going to go ahead and label that for you. So remember, the y-axis is vertical, and the x-axis is horizontal. So the first thing that we need to decide is what are our intervals going to be going up on the side. So we always want to make sure that we're labeling the 2 sides. So underneath is always our categories. And our category in this situation is going to be colors. So I'm going to go at the bottom, and I'm going to make our label so that we know with our brain that the bottom is going to be for colors. And the side here is going to be the amount of people. So I will put number of people. Okay, so we have our colors on the bottom and our number of people. Now we have to figure out what intervals we should go to for number of people. If we have numbers that go all the way up to 100, the most interval that would make sense would probably be counting by 5s or counting by 10s. If we have intervals that go all the way up to 1,000,000, you might want to count by millions or count by thousands. But in this case, the highest data point is the number 7. So the thing that would make the most sense is probably to count by 1s in this situation. If the highest number was 17 or 18, we might count by 2s. But today we're going to practice using intervals just of 1s. And we always start here at 0. Okay, so where the y-axis and the x-axis meet, we always start at 0. So now I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Now we have to put our different categories on the bottom. So we have red, blue, green, and pink. So I'm going to write red. I'm going to leave a space. Blue. Leave a space. Green. And then leave a space and write the word pink. All right. So according to our chart, we have 3 friends that like the color red. And what we're going to do is we're going to start all the way here at the bottom on our x-axis, and we are going to draw a line up to 3. We're going to make a bar, and we're going to come back down. So 3 friends like the color red. Now we're going to work on the color blue. Let's go back to our tally chart. This is our tally chart to see how many people like the color blue. And it says that we have 5 friends who like the color blue. So that means we're going to go up a little bit higher this time. We're going to go all the way up to the color blue. So we're going up to 5, coming down and across. And please notice that I left a big space in between these 2 bars. We never want our bar graphs touching in 4th grade. We want to make sure that they are evenly spaced apart. All right, so let's move on to green. We have only 2 friends in our class that like the color green. I'm going to go ahead up Make sure it's lined up all the way. Went a little bit too far. And that's how many people like the color green. And the last color is the color pink. And if you look over here, we have 7 friends who like the color pink. All right. There's one thing that we forgot to do when we were creating our graph, and that's one of the most important things. We want to give this graph a title. So we always look at what our categories are. So we have color and we have number of people. So we could do the category of favorite colors for the title, or number of people who like their favorite color, anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and make the title favorite colors. And we want to make sure that when we are creating our title that we are using a capital F and a capital C. You want to always capitalize your title just like it's a month of the year. And then when the students are working on it, you guys are going to go ahead and you're actually going to use your yellow highlighter and you're going to highlight the title. I don't want to go over it, but you're going to take a yellow highlighter or whatever highlighter you have at home, and you always want to highlight the title so that way in your brain you know what the graph is about. So this is how you're going to construct a bar graph. And the students will see questions asking like which color was the favorite or which color was the least favorite. What was the difference between the students who like the color pink versus the color red? You might see questions where they give you a tally chart and several different graphs and you have to be able to match them, or vice versa, they'll give you a graph and several different tally charts or data charts and tables, and you'll have to match it to the graph. So I hope this helped. Good luck for our test on Friday, and you guys are going to do great.